Hi guys, happy Sunday. This is one of those impromptu videos. So whenever something happens with me, I always like to share my experience, and I need to share it while it's fresh on my mind. Otherwise, I'm not going to remember it. So I got to say this, guys. I love sharing the opportunity to have somebody to join Scentsy, because that's what's truly changed our lives. I know it's changed mine, and I'm sure it's changed your life. And I always love to share that with everybody, because I want everybody to see and experience what we have experienced. Well, I used to keep a list, and I try to still keep a list of people that I can talk to on a regular basis when it comes to finding a way to bless somebody with a kit, because I always keep parties open at all times, because my goal is never to close a party without adding a new team member. That's my goal. I always keep multiple parties out. So I just closed one. So let me tell you guys what I'm doing. So I work a lot of events, and I connect with people on social media. So I work it both ways. I'm face-to-face with people, and I'm also messaging people through Facebook. I'm posting on my regular page daily about the join opportunity. I also message people privately when it's their birthday, because this is my Scentiversary month. So I generally post pretty frequently because I want people to celebrate with me, because this is the month that I joined Scentsy. Be 14 years for me on the 23rd. So today is the 3rd of the month. And I got concerned because I don't have a list right now. I've exhausted my list, my go-to list, where I generally will go to this list whenever I have spots available. But that list is no longer. I've exhausted that list. So I got to start building a new list. So my goal is to never let that list get blank like that, but it's there. So every day when the birthday announcements come up, I always wish my friends and family a happy birthday privately, because when I message them, I can say something like, I want to offer you a discount for your birthday. Or I'll say, by the way, after they respond to that, I'll say, by the way, one of my last customers has just unlocked a spot for me to bless somebody to start Scentsy at no cost. Would you by any chance know anybody? I just don't want this to go to waste. Do you know somebody? I'm talking to them, but I'm doing it in an indirect way. So I've been doing that almost every day. And they're looking at it, but nobody said anything. I don't have any takers yet. So, okay, I never get discouraged, because sometimes you can do this repeatedly and nothing happens. They look at it, they don't say anything, they may say thank you, but that's about it. Well, then I thought about, so a lot of these people don't even know what Scentsy is. So we know what it is, but a lot of them don't know what Scentsy is. So we got to help them out. So I always do it both ways still. And just recently I decided to do something different. I have just started to be active with my school alumni in my class. And I am like the designated social media person. And it's just another way to get my name out there. And I got on my Scentsy shirt too. I'm always branded. So yesterday I went to a Christmas celebration. I wasn't going to go. I didn't go last year, and I was invited to go. And I wasn't going to go this year, because I went to something Friday night with my class. I'm like, I'm just so tired. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm always working. I work all the time. So I have decided to stop saying no to the opportunity of leaving the house. I've just gotten stuck. I mean, since I don't work my full-time job anymore, I have just gotten used to being in this house working, except for when I work my events, I'm in the house. So I just gotten used to not having really wanted to go anywhere, don't want to do anything. So when people invite me and stuff, I say no. But I'm going to stop saying no. I'm going to start going to things. So yesterday I decided to get up, dress up, and go out. That was the best thing I could have done. The best thing. Oh my goodness, it was great. I got there and I sat at this big round table. This big round table had all these people around the table that I did not know. I didn't know any of them. But I was sitting at the table surrounded by people that I did not know. So they had a photographer going around taking pictures. And I had my head down because I was on my phone trying to help somebody with a fundraiser that I just got. That's another story. I just got a new fundraiser. I'm going to my phone, helping them out. So they took pictures and my head was down. I said, oh, you taking pictures? And he said, yes. I said, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready now. So everybody started laughing. So he took the picture, and the people across from me, as they were sitting there, we were talking and found out what they work. And I told them about the car I have, and I told them about how I was able to get the car. And the husband said, what do you do? I said, I'm a fragrance expert. And they didn't know what that meant. So I opened up my phone and I went to my website and I showed it to him. So the wife said, oh, Scentsy. I've seen Scentsy before. And she said, yeah, because you don't have the Doc Vader, because her husband loved Doc Vader. He's a police officer. And she said, do you have a Doc Vader warmer? I said, I don't know. I have to see. So we started talking about that. I said, oh, have you tried Scentsy before? She said, no. She said, but I love fragrances because I buy a whole lot of it from some store, some local store she's been buying it from. I said, oh my goodness, you buy that much? I said, what if I show you how you can get into something where you can get cash back on things that you buy that you love anyway? And I asked, I said, do you have kids? She said, no, I don't have kids. I have pets. So what I did, I started listening to them so I could see what it is that I could offer them. So I listened to see what I could offer. One, they didn't have any kids, tax break. Next, they had pets, need that for, pet odor. Then I'm thinking about trips and things like that. So I'm listening to them to see how I can help them with a situation. Not to say they had a problem, but I listened to them so I could see how I can pivot. So as I'm talking to them, I had my phone there. I always have a QR code. So I asked her to scan my QR code, and scanning the QR code, it took her to my VIP group. And as we're sitting there talking, I said, I want to invite you to my team group so I can have you to observe how we help each other. And maybe I can talk, give you some more information about becoming a consultant. So she said, okay. So I added her to our training page. And it didn't stop there. I welcomed her. And as I welcomed her, everybody else just started welcoming her also. And she said she was excited to be there to observe. And we're having our end of the year celebration this week. And Jason is coming all the way here to Alabama. Jason is coming. So I invited her to come as my guest. So she's coming as my guest. Okay. So it didn't stop there. So today I decided to send her some videos about Scentsy. I said, I'm going to send these videos to you so you can take a look at these videos. You ask me questions if you have questions. So she did send me a message. She asked me some questions about the product. She said, are they natural? So I asked her to call me. I didn't want to respond to that in a text. I wanted to talk to her because I wanted to find out what her concerns were. And after I found out what her concerns were, I was able to address that. So once we got past that, she said, oh, okay, we're good then. And she is now a consultant, guys. So I met somebody brand new last night around 8 o'clock, and she's now a consultant the next day. So I'm out here posting, messaging. Sometimes that doesn't work. So when something doesn't work, guys, we got to try something different. I'm always trying something all the time, but I always try to find something that I can connect with a person with. Try to find something we have in common. And the thing that we had in common is that she worked for the store where I bought my car. So that's where it started. It started that part right there. So find something that you have in common with somebody and take the conversation from there. And the other thing we had in common is the dogs, the pets. She's a pet lover. We're pet lovers. We're pet owners. So we had that in common. So when you find that you have that in common and you keep going with the conversation, and I started telling her about all the things, all the amazing things that Scentsy has to offer, she's like, okay, I'm going to give it a try. Found out she was in another network marketing business at one time, so she kind of had an idea about how this works. But she is really loving fragrances. So guys, if it doesn't seem like it's something that's working for you right now, you got to try something different. If you're online and you're finding that people aren't paying attention, you need to get out the house. Because sometimes when we go to the store, we just kind of want to be in and out, in and out. Guys, when you go to the grocery store, get in the longest line. Get in the longest line so you can have a conversation with that person in the line with you. Instead of going through the restaurant drive-through, go inside and sit down and have a meal. And take your testers with you and your catalogs. Be in a position to meet new people. If you're not working events where you're meeting people, find some place where you can just kind of hang out in the public so you can meet people. I'm always prepared to hand out samples and things like that. Like when you go to the doctor's office, when you're with the kids at school, when you're waiting at the hospital. I do this all the time. I'm meeting people in the hospital. I meet people everywhere. And I always say this, guys, wherever there's people, there is opportunity. So wherever that is, whether it's to sit at the bleachers waiting on your kids playing sports or practicing, there's opportunity because people are sitting around you. In the carpool line, I don't know how many times I've gotten people in my carpool line when my daughter was in school. I would get out the car and meet and greet the people as we're sitting in the carpool line. I had my branding and my label on the back of the car so people could see that. So remember, guys, where there's people, there's opportunity. As for referrals, and another thing that I'm doing, we got this diffuser special going on right now. So I'm actually talking to people about becoming a consultant so they can get even more discounts with the diffuser special, because sometimes people, when they see the price, they don't actually know the value of what we have to offer, because it does have some amazing benefits that sometimes the price will take away the thoughts that they will have about the benefits. So I try to find a way to help them go ahead and make the decision to make the purchase. So what a great way is to offer them to join Scentsy so they can get a bigger discount when they're making the big ticket purchases that we have. So there's so many different things that we can do, guys. But I'm on getting ready to start building my new list so I can always have somebody to talk to. So always put yourself in a position to plant seeds. So even when you're messaging people for birthdays, or if you're posting something on your Facebook page, pay attention to who's liking the post. Pay attention to who's making a comment. Send them a message and say, thank you so much for liking my post. I really appreciate that. All the things. You don't have to say, well, I just want to know if you want to join my team. No, you want to do that. You want to just thank them for liking the post. And when you're messaging people, if they don't say anything, you can always come back later and wish them a happy birthday next year. But if somebody says thank you, then you want to say, oh, by the way, I want to tell you about the spot that I have available. Just want to know if you know anybody. Just like that. That's so easy. You're not bothering anybody, guys. Don't ever think you're bothering anybody. When we extend the opportunity for somebody to join, we're extending a blessing, because this business has truly been a blessing. I just wanted to share that with you guys, just in case you find yourself struggling with trying to get people to join. Okay, have a great night, guys. Love you. Bye.